from central Illinois, from a tiny little town called Winona.
Okay.
I grew up there my whole life until after college. I originally did my undergraduate degree in political science, thought I wanted to do law, found out I didn't want to do that,
Okay.
so I joined the United States Peace Corps, where I worked in African countries and saw that public health was more of a passion that I had than law. Well, my original service, like I said, was in Mali, and when I was there, we were fortunate enough to be on malaria medication, but the people in the communities that we were working with, were passing away almost every single weekend from malaria. And the one that really affected me the most was I went to go visit my friend Jessica, who was another United States citizen who was working in the town next to me. And when I arrived to her site, there was a funeral attending of one of our friends who had just passed away from malaria. So that was when it really hit me, and that was when both of us said we really wanted to do more with malaria work.
Okay.
So for my PhD, we're furthering what I did on my master's degree. On my master's degree, like I said earlier, we developed a song using our own kind of methodology to make a scientific way on how to make a song. So what we're going to do now for the PhD is try to see, is that song potentially going to be effective? So what we're going to do is we're translate it into different languages and put it out in select schools within South Africa, come up with different lesson plans, follow or teach the teachers, here's the lesson plan, how they can teach it in the schools. Follow up, I think 6 months, a year, see is the teachers actually doing it, which lesson plan worked better, which is doing better, which is doing best, and seeing if the children are making any kind of behavioral change. Yeah.
Right, I started my tertiary studies at the University of Pretoria. I studied psychology and criminology in the Faculty of Humanities. One of my friends told me about the postgraduate certificate in education, and the plan was to go and teach abroad. In 2009, I applied for I completed my PGC at Groenkloof campus.
Okay.
After that, I went to go teach in South Korea.
Awesome.
But I consider myself to be a lifelong learner. Obviously, I didn't know enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I started my master's degree in 2015 in the Faculty of Education under the guidance and very, very skilled supervisors.
Good.
I am currently a grade 1 teacher. I applied for my master's degree for something completely different. However, I got asked by my supervisor, Professor Ubad, if I would like to participate in an inter-faculty collaborative research project.
Yeah.
And many of the faculties at the University of Pretoria is involved in this. And after further investigation into the current malaria situation in South Africa and seeing some of the alarming numbers, I was more than willing to participate in this. My research project is about the development of a professional development intervention program for teachers to become empowered by the intervention program and in turn empower the learners themselves to become messengers of health for malaria awareness and prevention.
Okay.
The intervention program is focused around the Sibu Fights Malaria book.
So you're working with Ginny Stone, the book?
Yes,
okay.
yes I have.
I see. See, everyone is somehow tied together. It's like a big web. Which is good.
We link.
Yeah, we link, right?
We link.
It's good.
Well, as a teacher, I do believe that education is the key.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to work collaboratively with members of the community and involved stakeholders. So through education, I do believe that we can empower teachers to become more empowered and allow the children to become messengers for malaria awareness and prevention in their communities as well.
Thank you.
I think education is going to be the #1 thing that we can do to be able to do behavior change. But I think coming up with new and creative ways to combat prevention and things like that, like I'm doing with my song, I think could potentially really help, because if we keep doing the same thing over and over and it's not getting better, we gotta try to come up with new things. Yeah.